have no idea what happened or who it was.
You got me clucked up. Nah, you got it. You got it. That bitch is in cahoots. First, I love you. Second, let's set the mother clucking mood, shall we? Oh yeah, because it's that time. It's going down tonight. You feel me? Right. This candle has a very subtle scent to it. God damn, that's high. Yeah, it's very subtle. It's not strong, which I do not like. Strong scents. Okay. You good? You know, stop, cause I shit. First, second, third. Comment your snacks that you're about to get or you currently have. Right. Fourth. Oh, okay. Comment below your cuddle buddy that you currently have or you're about to get. Whether, the cuddle buddy doesn't have to be, I mean, it can be human, it can be an animal, or, it can be like an inanimate object. I don't discriminate. We don't discriminate over here. Right? And I literally lost count. So, next thing I want to say is, Adidas on deck, as always, 24/7. Right? And then the last thing I want to say before I get into the reaction is, and I know this is random, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this. So, here we go. And I'm being dead ass serious when I say this. Something, and I'm speaking from experience. Your life could be going great, or it could be going miserable, horrible, or it could be going exciting. It could be going perfect. It could be going. It can just be going, right? But the thing about life is, it's so unpredictable. Even when you think you have a plan, or you can plan ahead, a day in advance, a week in advance, months in advance, years in advance. Homie upstairs is always gonna have the upper hand. You feel me? He's always gonna he knows what's best for you. So when things out of the blue happen in your life, and happens to you or around you, and you don't understand why that thing has happened to you or around you, like, don't question it. Just go with it. There's a motto I go by, and I go by it every single day. It's called FPP, which literally means, F means faith, P means positivity, and the other P means patience. You can't do one without the other two. And if you hold FPP close to your heart, in due time, you will have a very happy and joyful life. Can I get an amen on them? One time. Alright, I'm done preaching. Let's get it. So, hold on, I gotta do a taste test. Hold on. Oh, man. God. It's like when you taste hurt. Yeah, y'all heard it. I'm sorry. It's like when you taste it, the popcorn, not her, for the first time, right? It's just everything that you expected it to be. I know y'all gonna take that out of context, but whatever. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Oh my God, it's good every time. And we like it, and we keep it raw over here. Pause. You know, we keep it raw. 99.9% of the time, we keep it raw in here. Right, 9 times out of 10, we keep it raw over here. Meaning, you know, if I say some like dumb shit, or if I say some clucked up shit, or if I say some like some sus shit, like some pause moments, I'm not cutting it out. If I fart, I'm not cutting it out. We family. With that 1% is when, like, you know, you'll know I'll cut something out. But hey, I've been talking for far too long. I don't know why I stuttered. Let's get it. Sup, though. Shit. Did I see this one?
I am in my mid-40s. This is what happened nearly 20 years ago. One day, I visited one of my friends at his apartment, which was very old and shabby.
Right, red flag.
There was an entrance to an elevator in the center of the corridor. I can't remember well, but my friend lived in unit 701 or 801 on the 7th or 8th floor. So looking at the apartment building from outside the main entrance, his house was on the far left end.
Okay.
One summer day, my friend said he was alone and didn't have any plans. So we called 2 of our friends and had a drinking party. The 4 of us had been drinking since the early evening, and just before passing out, we all lied on the floor, turned the lights off, and started talking. While talking to each other, a beam of street light entered through the window and was
Really? Street lights on the 7th or 8th floor. No. Not feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
shining on the ceiling. I guess the street lights on the first floor of the apartment complex were on. Of course, we were talking while gazing at the ceiling. All of a sudden, the white ceiling turned black,
You got it.
as if something covered up the light.
You got it.
At that moment, we looked out the window while crouching down. Someone with a
Good. Yo. I have to learn to chew my food or something, because when I inhaled, corn almost got stuck in my esophagus. In my clavicle. I don't think that's a word, but you know. Shit. Almost died right here on camera. Ain't that shit?
creepy vibe was hanging on a steel bar outside the window.
Oh shit.
Since the light was shining from behind that person, we could not see his face clearly. Then, after making an unidentifiable gesture, he smiled, showing his white teeth without making a sound. We were so shocked at that moment that we stopped talking and were frozen with silence. Suddenly, one of us picked up an empty bottle of wine and ran toward the window shouting, "Kill that bastard!" But the creepy guy had disappeared. After a few minutes, we went out of the apartment to see where he had gone, but we...
Like hell you did. I would have stayed behind on purpose and locked that motherfucking door. I don't care who is banging on that door. I don't care if y'all coming back screaming. I don't care if y'all calling my name. Gattor, open the motherfucking door. Gattor, I said Gator. Wow. Gator, open that door. Nah, motherfuckers. Nah, I told y'all to ask to stay right here. But y'all ain't fucking listen to me. I understand y'all tips. Y'all tipsy and y'all drunk. But y'all better sober the hell up, motherfucker. I'm not opening this door. I told you this. You tripping. Why do I feel like everybody, not everybody, but why do I feel like all black people when they got like when they got like a handful of seeds, they be like, was that racist? I don't know. Yeah, but I would stay behind on purpose, close the door, locked it, double lock it, quadruple lock it. What? Quadruple locked it, and yeah.
Could not find him. We could only hear his stomping footsteps and assumed he entered the corridor and went down the stairs. Going down the stairs is the only way that stomping sound could be made. It sounded like he descended to the first floor and was walking around, so we followed down the stairs looking for him, but quickly returned to the apartment, still filled with fear.
That's not him. Nope. That's not him. Something tell me that's not him. That's not him. That can't be him. Wait a minute. No, that's not him. That's not. Nah, that's not him. Cause something tells me, like, that's not him. Like, and when I say that, I mean that's not him. You know, like, I feel like he's possessed or something. Like, how do you experience something like that and then basically getting clucked up and then coming back perfectly fine and then acting like nothing happened? Nah, that's a red motherfucking flag. That's, man.
At first, we thought it must have been a robber or some crazy guy laughing in front of the window. But when we came back to our friend's house, we were all shocked. The distance between the end of the corridor and the window of our friend's apartment was too long for someone hanging onto the steel window bar to jump across. Only a crazy person would try and fall to their death. Ordinary people can't even hold on to the steel bar. We thought that maybe someone had committed suicide by jumping from the roof of the apartment and cut the steel bar while falling. So we went down to the first floor to see if a body was there, but there wasn't a single trace.
Oh my God.
After that experience, I never visited his house again.
No shit, I wouldn't either. Bitch is off limits.
I am a 19-year-old male, and this happened many years ago.
Okay.
When I was very young.
All right.
To give you an idea of the layout of our house back then, the living room has multiple windows that directly look out onto the back garden. There's a big gate in our driveway to stop anyone from getting in. Next to the living room is the kitchen, which also has more windows, but also the back door. This will be relevant to the story. So my mother was completing the household chores as she does one day. I was sitting in the living room watching television on the sofa.
I just want to say, but three. I just want to say, y'all clucking up because it's dark as hell and y'all got your blinds wide the hell open. So anything and everything and everybody, everybody and everyone. What's the difference between saying everyone and everybody? See, this is why English was never my favorite subject. It was my least favorite subject. That can see inside your shit, inside your house. And it seems like every window in your house, your blinds are wide the hell open. And you got your kid, like, right there, like, come on, yo. Like, what you doing? Come on, man.
With my back to the living room windows, all of a sudden, I saw a figure reflecting off of the picture frame hanging on the wall opposite the window.
Why he still smiling?
I asked my mom if my dad was back from work, to which she said no. I'll never ever forget the look of horror on her face when I told her that yes, he was. He's in the garden.
Oh.
She looked outside the window and almost had a heart attack when she saw a scruffy-looking but fairly built man outside the living room.
That bitch is a man. That bitch look like a... Don't know what the hell that bitch look like. Oh my God. What the hell is his eyebrows? Come on, yo. You got the... And the mom got a nerve to go check the shit out. Like, if I was the mom, I would have said, hey... Timmy, come here. Crawl, but come here. Slow. Okay. Come here. Okay. But mommy, no, my little clucker. No, come here. But slow. Pace yourself. But come here. Okay. Stop. Come. Stop. Come. Stop it. Stop. Come. Stop. No, stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Nope. Stop. You're okay. Okay. Obviously, you don't want to listen to him. You got it.
Window. This didn't seem to faze him at all, though. He psychotically smiled at my mother through the glass, and my mom asked him what he was doing on our property. He said nothing, with the same sadistic smirk on his face. She said that she was going to call the police, and what he said is one of the scariest things I've ever heard.
What did he say?
He screamed at my mother through the glass that if she even got her phone out, that he would break the glass. She did not know what to do. She paused and tried to rapidly think of what to do next, how to keep us both safe. She wanted to protect me by calling the police, but she also didn't want him to hurt me if she did try to call them. As soon as he saw that she was terrified, he ran for the back door.
Oh, damn.
Luckily, it was locked because my mom has always been a paranoid person.
Oh, has she? Sorry. Oh, shit. Has she always been a paranoid, what do you say? Paranoid person? I feel like that's a bullshit lie. I feel like that's straight up bullshit. You want to know why? Because this motherfucker, the mom, had the nerve. If she was really a paranoid person, I can't say that word off Bucks. Not off Bucks, I can't. If she was a paranoid person, like for real, her blinds would have been shut all the way. And not wide the hell open if she was really a paranoid person. Paranoid person? There we go. So, I'm saying, I call him bullshit. Unless she's in cahoots. Otherwise, any regular person at night will close their blinds all the way. So you got it. Oh, and I want to say something else. You know? God, I'm sorry. If you ever meet somebody with a purple tongue, like this sus creepy mother clucker in this story, if you ever meet somebody with a purple tongue, listen closely. Okay? Because this shit is real. If you ever meet somebody with a purple tongue, that bitch got herpes. Or chlamydia. One or the other. You know. And cluck what they saying about, oh, it's a lollipop. No, there's not no clucking lollipop. No, get the hell out of here. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Like, the moment somebody ever comes up to me with a purple tongue, I'm like, ew, that's nasty. You need to get yourself, don't cluck and touch me. You touch me, go ahead, stop. So, I might just hit you one time and haul ass.
So she always locked the doors. He screamed at her to let him in, or if she didn't, he'd find a way in and kill us both. My mother told him to fuck off, which enraged him, and he pulled out a pocket knife and began bashing hard against the windows.
Damn.
I was still oblivious to what was happening, as I just thought it was my dad. I was very young. My mom frantically grabbed me, and I don't mean picked me up. She literally grabbed me off the sofa and booked it up the stairs. We were backing up in the upstairs hall.
Wait a minute. I just realized what he said. He said when he was young, like in this story, he thought the weird, sus, creepy motherfucker was his dad. Did you see how ugly this bitch looks? Did you see how ugly and scary and creepy this motherfucker looks? If he thinks that's his dad, yo, his dad must be the scariest looking motherfucker ever. Can you imagine being woke every morning to go to school and the first thing you see is your dad with a scary ass face like this? Be like, just like over you. Be like, son, wake up. Oh shit. Every morning you getting scared. Clock.
Hallway, looking for anywhere to hide, when my mom's younger brother popped out of his room with his headphones on. My mom didn't even realize he was home, and he clearly didn't hear the commotion downstairs because of his headphones.
Where'd he come from?
My uncle was 25 at the time and was really well built. He's intimidated a lot of people. My mom cried and told him that there's a guy who's trying to break in. While she's telling him this, that creepy lunatic screamed from downstairs that he was in the house. He said cynically, "Boogeyman is coming out to get you," which really freaked me out. It freaked me out so much that I actually remember that to this day. Anyway, since the guy didn't know my uncle was home, he kept yelling and telling us to come out and that it wouldn't be painful. My uncle told us to lock ourselves in the bathroom and call the police. We did, and after 5 minutes of groaning and blatant violence downstairs, the police stormed in and found the guy bloodied and my uncle on top of him, beating him mercilessly. My uncle really didn't hold back. Turns out that he was a known pedophile, which is why he was watching me for so long while I was watching TV. After that day, my mom was terrified to be home alone at the house. I loved it as a child because I found the running and hiding fun, obviously because I was young. I can never thank my uncle enough for being there at the right time when my mother clearly forgot that he was still home.
Okay. It seemed like your mom learned a lesson, but I don't think she learned the whole clucking lesson. Because it seems like after, homie, got caught, right, and got sent to jail, seemed like her blinds were still wide the hell open. You feel me? So it's like, what the clock? Like, it's like you're gonna stay clucked until you close your blinds all the way. It's like if you have your blinds open, lady, all the time, you're gonna get clucked all the time. So how about you close your blinds and we take it from there? Enough said, clucks.
It honestly gives me chills,
See?
wondering what he would have done to my mother and myself. if my uncle was not there.
I thought they... What?
I work at a pizza joint in Chicago,
right.
and I unfortunately have the shitty responsibility of delivering pizzas,
Right.
usually on the weekends, and usually at night. I've asked my boss for day shifts, but she seems to ignore my requests
That bitch.
and give me whatever shifts I don't want the most. I know being a pizza delivery man is somewhat of a dangerous job, but I never imagined anything like what happened to me a few months ago could actually happen. There is this one customer that always calls in and acts strange as hell on the phone. Sometimes he will just hang up on you. Sometimes he'll order pizzas normally, but make crazy sounds while he does, and then hang up. We've always thought this guy was just an idiot playing pranks. He would make really weird comments too, like, "I want to order a large pizza with pineapples,
Sus.
mustard,
Sus.
and your skin."
Ew.
I'll never forget that one. We usually just hang up on his ass now, and we always know it's him calling because his number is saved in our system. So he called again a few months ago.
Hey. I was thinking it when he... I stay pausing the video on like just funny moments. Like, look at his face. I love that face that people give, especially like in cartoons and like anime and stuff. When they just be looking at something or somebody just like with a blank, with like a blank stare, they would just be like, it probably still looks like I'm smirking, but I'm not smirking. But I was thinking it when I first reacted to this pizza delivery one, right? But I ain't say it. But I'm gonna say it now. So when homie said, you know, I can't really snap. I don't know why I'm even trying. But when homie said, I'd like to have a pizza with like some toppings, including pineapple, mustard, and skin. So when he said skin, I instantly thought of Austin Powers Gold Member. Like, I don't know what he says, but it's like, I am Gold Member. I think that's what he says. And then he literally had like a small, I don't know what you call it, but like a small, like a small thing, a placeholder that he literally keeps his skin every time he peels. Hell, I just threw up a little bit. That was disgusting.
And ordered a pizza normally. No bullshit, no weird comments or sounds, and gave his address too. I thought it would be interesting to finally deliver to this guy, and when I drove up to his house, it was something you'd see in a scary movie. An old as hell looking place right on the line where we don't deliver, not in the busy part of the city where most of our orders come in. The house looked like it was about 100 years old, and there were no lights on that I could see. I wasn't scared or anything, just looking forward to seeing what he looked like. When I went to the front door, I rang the bell, but it wasn't working, so I knocked. I realized I forgot the guy's soda, and thought he'd give me shit for sure. Or just freak out on me.
He don't give you herpes.
Nobody answered right away, so I knocked again on this big door. He opened up after that second time. He was wearing this weird-looking mask around his mouth. Only his mouth. His eyes were opened wide, and I told him how much the pizza was, and that I was sorry I forgot the drink. He looked down, I think, and then said, "It's okay," and then looked at me again. I stood there looking at him for like 5 seconds in silence when I got bored of his shit and told him the amount again. He said okay, and then asked me, "Has anyone ever attacked me before?" I told him no, and if they did, they'd be sorry. He then took off his mask that was covering his mouth, and he had big-ass scars all around his mouth. I have no idea what they were from, and can't even imagine what they might have been from.
No chapstick.
He looked seriously messed up.
No chapstick.
He smiled at me, and his lips were all cracked.
No lip balm.
I noticed he wasn't about to hand me some money, so I told him I was leaving.
No lipstick.
I turned around and started walking down the steps, and he screamed at me and slammed the door. This bastard was crazy, and I don't think any of his shit was to be funny. That final scream he gave me was creepy as hell.
Sorry.
Even though I kind of expected him to do something like that. He has called several times since then, and we always just tell him now that he is on our no delivery list. He usually just screams and hangs up, or cusses out whoever is on the phone.
Block him. Not a lipstick in the world that will help them lips. I said lipstick.
I was on summer break and went camping with my friend and his parents. We went to the lake during the day and did the s'mores thing at night. His parents shared a tent while my friend and I had our own.
You got it. Nope. Nah. Nope. Why can't we just have one big ass tent where everybody can just, be under one tent, under one roof? Just saying. Why we gotta be motherfucking separated? That's how people get clucked up in junks. Stop. Nah. You got it. Nope. Nah. Dark as hell. Surrounded by bushes and trees and God knows what. So, yeah, nah. Yeah, Matthew, you can go ahead and stay here. I'm going to go ahead and sleep over and get in my parents' tent. So, you good right here. But I'm going to go ahead and, good luck with that. Have a good night, I guess.
I can't remember where the campsite was, and I'm not really in contact with my friend anymore. But 15 years later, I'm assuming it wasn't the safest place to camp. Here's why. I woke up sometime in the early morning, like 3 or 4 a.m., and immediately saw a man's face looking in the tent at us.
You got it.
He had unzipped the door just enough to stick his head inside. He looked absolutely insane. He had big eyes and wild hair. I was so stiff from fear, I literally couldn't do anything.
Oh my God.
The man kept moving his head from left to right.
That's when, if you're in a situation like this, that's when you just accept fate and just say, you know what, do as you please. Like, there's no way of getting out of this, because obviously you don't have Adidas on, because if we did, shit, you would never been in that situation. Obviously you don't have an Adidas tent, because if you did, only the people that care about you and love you for who you are would only be accepted in and out of your tent. Comment below, what would you do if you was in a situation like this? I'm not going to be in a situation like this. But what would you do if you was in a situation like this? Some crazy looking motherfucker just opened a tent and just started. Nah. What would you do? Let me know in the comment section below.
Very, very slowly.
Breath hot.
As if it was uncontrollable. I guess my friend could hear me breathing loudly or something, because he woke up too. He had the same reaction as me, and just laid there in terror, looking at this mysterious man. I'm not certain how long he was sitting there looking at us, but it felt like hours, shaking his head back and forth. At some point, we heard a noise close by, and so did the man. He disappeared quick, and a couple minutes later we got out of our tent and woke up his parents. The guy was long gone. I'm still afraid of camping to this day.
Yeah, I would be too. And at that moment, when he left, I would have said, Dad! I can't really be loud because it's late, but I would have been like, Dad, Mom, let's leave right now. No questions asked. Yeah. Just saying. Matthew. Clucky. Oh
A
my
few
God.
years ago, I was driving from Texas to Louisiana to help my dad move.
Okay.
I stopped at this tiny, crappy motel right off the highway.
Red
It was
flag.
very late at night,
Clocking out.
and it was the only option I could see. I don't remember the person who checked me in at all. I was so drowsy I could barely keep my eyes open. All I remember is sitting on the bed, kicking off my boots, and noticing that my room was connected to another room. I saw that the lock on that door was turned to the right, which looked like the locked position to me, and I fell backwards and passed out on the bed. At some point, I turned my body and laid on the bed fully. I don't remember when or how long I had been sleeping. Then, I was awoken in the most terrifying way imaginable. A sharp object was stabbed into my back. I screamed and rolled off the bed. I looked and just barely caught a glimpse of what looked like a very skinny man with long, greasy hair run through the door that connected our rooms. I was taken to the hospital after I ran into the parking lot screaming, and the paramedic removed a letter opener from my back.
Damn.
I never returned to the motel, and I have no idea what happened or who it was.
You got me clucked up. Nah, you got it. You got it. That bitch is in cahoots. Sons of bitches. Grandmother, household. Come on, yo. Why is it? It's always the grandmother.
When I was a little girl, my parents took me to visit my grandmother. She lived in a little village in the countryside. Her cottage was very small and there was only one bedroom. My grandmother slept in one bed.
Yeah, and also look like she's the only mother. That's the only mother Klaus. I said Klaus. That's the only mother house. That's the only mother clucking house within miles.
My parents slept in the other, and I had to sleep on some cushions on the floor.
Nah.
We stayed there for a few weeks and I was troubled by terrible nightmares. Every night,
The hell was that?
I would wake up screaming. My parents tried to calm me down and asked me what was wrong. All I could tell them was that there was a man coming to get me. I can still remember the cause of my terror.
Wait a minute. The dad is clucking up. Either the dad is clucking up or that bitch is in cahoots. Cause let's run back a couple seconds. Because if you notice, right, the dad checked outside. No, he was inside. Right? He looked through the window, right? Talking about some, oh, let me look, see something out here. No, okay, let me close the blinds. And then, I don't know, however many seconds or minutes passed. But he opened them bitches right back when we were asleep. You son of a bitch. So let's run it back. I don't know if y'all peeped that. But I definitely did. Watch. I'm gonna run it back though. I'm gonna run it back one time.
On some cushions on the floor. We stayed there for a few weeks and I was troubled by terrible nightmares. Every night, I would wake up screaming. My parents tried to calm me down
Watch.
and asked me what was wrong.
What? Look.
All I could tell them was that
He
there was
checked.
a man coming to get me.
Open.
I can still remember the cause of my terror. Every night, I saw a shadowy figure emerge from behind the curtains in the corner of the room. He was a pitch black man. All I could make out was his silhouette. He was tall and he was hairy.
Y'all security is ass. Whoever locked the doors, is either sus or in cahoots. Whoever locked the windows, I'm not gonna say no names, Dad, is either sus or in cahoots. Whoever didn't lock the vents is either sus or in cahoots. So it's either the grandmother or it's the dad. Because no way in hell this big ass thing could have got into the house. Especially without nobody else knowing. Okay.
I would watch in horror as
God
he came
damn.
crawling towards me with a sickening slowness. He came up to me and he whispered something in my ear. And just as I was about to scream, he would place a finger against his lips and whisper, "Shush, shush, shush." He tortured me every night to the point where I dreaded going to sleep. As time went on, he began to appear not only at night, but also during the day.
Damn.
One evening, we were all watching TV in the living room, and at some point, I happened to glance to my left. The curtain slowly drew back, and I saw the man standing there, staring silently at me. He raised his hand, put his finger to his lips, and whispered, "Shush, shush, shush." I let out a horrified scream and immediately told my mother what I had seen. She got up and went over to the curtains, pulling them back and forth,
Close it back.
showing me that there was nothing there. But of course, by then, he had already disappeared. When the holiday was over, we went back to our apartment in the city, and the nightmare stopped. After that, my grandmother would always come visit us. So we never went to her cottage on a vacation again. As time went on, I stopped thinking about the man and eventually forgot about him altogether. One summer, when I was 13 years old and my little brother was 5 years old, we went to stay with my grandmother again. My parents were in the kitchen, having a cup of tea with my grandmother. They asked me to get my little brother ready for bed. When I was preparing a mattress on the floor for both of us to sleep on, my little brother was sitting on one of the beds. I noticed that he was being usually quiet. When I looked up, I saw that he was staring at something. "What's wrong?" I asked. Then suddenly he jerked his head around and looked at me, his eyes wide with fear. He looked at me, pointing at the curtains. The shush-shush man is standing there.
Why does nobody know how to close blinds correctly in this motherfucking family, yo? Like, this family sucks. Nobody knows how to properly close curtains or blinds. Any of that. Damn, yo. Come on. Y'all starting to piss me off.
Needless to say, my brother and I spent the night sleeping in the kitchen, and we never went to visit my grandmother's cottage again.
Wow. Wow. Y'all deserve to get clucked up. All of y'all. All of y'all.
Hallows Eve Nightmare. Submitted by Zara Leagues.
Huh. That sounds awfully like Darkness Prevails. Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay. So this is like llama arts. In the terms that he made, well, I think llama arts, no, he doesn't only make animated horror stories for Mr. Nightmare, but he made, I thought these were like from like real people. Like, I mean, I'm sure they are, but I thought it was like from different people. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I thought his videos were from real individuals, not from other people's channel. He just turned it into animated videos. Okay, so this is like Lamar's. Okay, I'm fine with that. Cool. It just threw me off guard because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But that's definitely darkness prevails. I wonder if he's gonna put like a Mr. Nightmare video in there. That'd be dope. You know. All right, hey, let's get it. Did I do this one? I don't know if I reacted to this.
On Halloween, back in late 2015, I hosted a sleepover with two of my friends, Scarlett and May. May was timid and jumpy, but Scarlett was always the confident one. Anyway, we met up around 3 p.m. and set up a tent in my back garden. It was a pretty nice one, and had a carpet and a cozy place to hang out in. We set it up next to the back gate, which at the time was old and rotting.
Yeah. Nah, that back gate looked rusty as hell. Nah, you got it. It looked like somebody literally can touch it, and like the whole bitch just like breaks. So if it does, all three of y'all Jones, all of y'all, all three of y'all are, including that pumpkin, are being clucked. Y'all clucking up by being next to a rusty, dusty ass, old ass shit.
And when standing next to it, the average adult stood 2 feet over it. We all went trick-or-treating after we set everything up. It was around 7 by then. We met up with some other friends and generally had a really good time. We went back home around 10 p.m. And with the British weather being kind, it was dry all evening. And thankfully, the neighborhood was pretty nice, so it was very peaceful that evening. We roasted marshmallows, played Truth or Dare, then finally laid down to sleep when it was pitch black out. The fairy lights in the garden barely illuminated anything, so it didn't bother us much. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the night, something woke us up. It was a creaking sound coming from the back gate. May shot up from her drowsy state. Did you guys hear that?
I ain't hear shit.
She asked in a frightened tone. And just as she said that, we heard a cough coming from someone outside the tent.
Ew,
We
no.
were full alert now. Scarlett covered May's mouth in case she was going to scream, as we listened to the silent night. When the deep, throaty voice came, we almost jumped out of our skins.
Purple tongue.
You kids want some candy?
Nah, you got it. You
A
good.
hoarse voice called to us. It sounded like an old man, someone who had smoked way too much in their lifetime. The rattling came from the gate again. Come on, I know you're in there. The voice called out. Tears formed in May's eyes, and I couldn't move. It was like my 13-year-old self was paralyzed. Scarlett looked at me and nodded. She showed me her fingers and counted down. That was when we were going to run. When she hit 0, we all made a mad dash back inside the house. I'll never remove that image from my mind.
Why you don't look
I
back?
turned around, standing at my gate. I saw the man. He had gray, long hair. His beard was matted and disgusting, and he had the most horrific look on his face.
Don't you know? When you're running from something, or you're hauling ass from something or someone, you don't ever look back, and especially in a situation like this. So because you look back, you deserve to get clucked up. Ashley, Kim, the one that made it into the house, yeah, go ahead and lock all doors, windows, and vents, because Alex, aka Bob, which is on the cluck. I don't know how to title this or the name, which is on the clucked up names or names. I don't know how to name it. I'm gonna just cluck names. Cluck names list. So yeah, no, Alex deserved to get clucked up because she's on that list. Who I say? I forgot who I named over here. But yeah, y'all go ahead and lock the door. Just saying.
It was like pure evil. He looked hungry, but not like a person, but more like a starving predator, as if he wanted to harm us that very moment. The bolt on the gate, luckily, was across, and as he tried, he couldn't get in. But behind those bars on top of my gate, I saw something gleaming in his hand.
Damn.
A butcher knife. There was no mistaking it. I gagged in fear as I saw it, and as we made it to the back door, I turned the key, and we ran up to my mother's room. She didn't believe us at first.
What?
But after looking out of her window, she ushered us inside, locked her door, and called 999, which is our 911. I then heard knocking on my front door. He must have gone around to it, I thought to myself. The knocking soon turned to banging, and I heard the old man cussing from just outside. When she heard the sirens, she got off the phone. Then I heard a single curse coming from the man. Before he stomped away, his footsteps disappeared into the distance, and we heard a police car pull up. They never saw the man, therefore they never caught him. They didn't find him even after we gave all our statements. That quickly ruined our Halloween, and we all slept in the living room after that. Or rather, we pretended to sleep.
God damn. Was that the same? Was the one that just screamed? Was the last one? Was that the one that looked back at the mother clocker? I think it was. Okay, so now I know what I'm getting myself into with his videos. I'm starting to like his videos. Although, and I do like the way he's doing it, I just would prefer if he had like personal, not personal, but like he animated horror stories from his viewers instead of getting like other people's horror stories and then turning that into anime, like animation, which I'm fine with, but I feel like it's much more scarier and creepier if you animate somebody like one of your viewers horror story or stories. But either way you do it, I'm still gonna watch your videos because you are a great, I don't know how to say it, animator or animationless. Don't know how to. I don't think animationless is a word. But yeah, now I know what I'm getting myself into. I am definitely more open to watching more of his videos. And y'all seem to like him too. This just threw me off guard when I heard Darkness Prevail's voice, because I was like, that's weird. I thought it was just viewers' horror stories. But yeah. I mean, I'm clucking with you. To pause. I'm clucking with you though. That's yeah. Yeah, your videos are hella good. And props to you for the animation, because I know that shit takes a lot of clucking work. But yeah, they missed me with the with people not closing the blinds and the curtains and stuff like that. Like, nah, you got it. And I'm pretty sure the dad was in cahoots. Just saying. And it's always the grandmother. I don't give a damn what you say. So I seen a recent comment in one of my videos saying something along the lines of like, Gator, do you wear underwear in your videos? Or do you have on underwear in your videos? Like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Why would you say that? Like, ew. And I'm not saying ill because of me, because I know I'm happy. Right. But all I'm saying, like, yeah, that's disgusting. Like show some class, like have some dignity. Like where's the self-respect? Ew. But yeah, I'm fine with his videos. Let me know if you're still fine with his videos, and we're gonna take it from there. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.